Alright guys, let's see. Looks like there's a fight brewing up in the bottom lane potentially as Slada's moving in. He wants to try and contest this rune. He wants to stop this from happening. And let's see EVOS. Well, Slada will just move himself away. He's like, okay, you can have it. I don't want to fight this. He could have, you know, popped his rage and then went for the rune. But the thing is, they have a crush. They have a lot of movement speed. They could have went for that venomous skill level 1 after the rage ended. So if he were to do that, it would be very likely that he would either die or drop down very, very low. So it's not worth the 100 gold. The Alchemist in the meantime, in the mid lane against Ramses Wind Ranger. This is probably one of the better matchups for the Alchemist to be in, because Wind Ranger is not a hero that's known to do a lot of damage in the lane. It's not like a heavy harassment hero. Sure, you can right-click Ben a little bit, but you shouldn't really be able to stun him away. If he gets a pole man shield or something like that, he will be able to tank through most of that damage. He went for the stout shield first, so he didn't really go for the extra little bit of armor, extra little bit of control. But once he gets his acid spray up and running, it's going to be a lot harder for Rams to stay in this lane. So we'll see. Bottom lane, looks like Avil is going to already be in trouble as they're trying to run him down. They're trying to secure that first kill, and they will be able to get it as Happy Feet, they go in, they set up, and they get that first kill on the Venomance. And since he went for the Venomous skill level 1, he has to go back into the lane. There's no way for him to just go into the jungle and fall back. So good looks to go for another jump on him. EVOS, they might be in trouble in the meantime in the top lane. They're trying to go for kill on the Darks in the meantime. They go for a crush, they go for a spin as well, but they're going to miss both of these spells. They will block him though. Yaj needs to cut himself through the trees. He does have a surge and cooldown for the next 5 seconds, but looks like he will be able to survive. He will be able to get out of this one. He has a surge available now. We'll go for the surge and he will get out. So they tried to make the trade-off. So the Slada TP back to the top lane, tried to make that a 1-for-1, so at least both offlaners would die. But Happy Feet, they secure their own offlane and they do not lose that. In the meantime, Rams in the mid lane actually manages to get a solo kill on the Alchemist. Kind of not supposed to happen, but I guess diving under the tower is one thing that the Wind Ranger can indeed do because of that 100% evasion from the Wind Run. That does give him the option to dive, so Alchemist will take a drop in the mid lane. I guess it's also just one of those matchups you've kind of forgotten, because Wind Ranger does not get picked up in the mid lane that much anymore. So you don't really know what to do when you forget about how to play against certain heroes, and it's like suddenly you just die surprisingly and you don't expect it. In the meantime, looks like HF.Yaj, a little bit too late for the kill, a little bit too late for the curry as well. So 2 for 2 not really happening. In the meantime, the Nicholas is trying to move, trying to scout out what is happening in the area, but eventually you will not really find anything. Nothing of value will be found. The EVOS will go for a Shrine Heal with that Wind Ranger. They will heal back up and they'll continue farming. Avil is going to be level 2 as well. Now he does have that Plague Ward being skilled up, so he doesn't want to go for full on right click assault in the lane. He might want to just fall back into that jungle mode, and it looks like that's going to be the case. He does have an Iron Talon ticked up, so he's going to be ready to just fall into the jungle any moment now, as he needs a little bit of work. He's level 3 now, then he can fall back into the jungle. He might need that passive as well, as without Poison Sting, it's kind of slow in the jungle as well, but let's see. We'll stay for as long as they allow him to be here. And they are pushing the lane right now, so it's not like they're stopping him from getting levels. They're pretty much just giving him free levels, trying to push the tower as much as they possibly can. Safe lane heroes, the Juggernaut and the lifesteal is very, very even in terms of farm. The Wind Range in the mid lane is ahead of the Alchemist, but the Alchemist still has decent lasts. It's not like he's being lately zoned out. And the Darkseer, he's having a great time in the offense. 15 lasts, whereas the Venomancer only a pesky 2 lasted, so not quite having the same kind of fun in his lane. The Darkseer is level 3, almost level 4, so I think it's going good for them. Like the Juggernaut, well, it's not having a problem laning against the Darkseer. It's a pretty easy matchup for the Juggernaut to lane, but he can't really pressure the Darkseer either. He needs someone to pressure him for him. The Darkseer is trying his very best to just pull creep waves, but there's one creep here, so there's not anything you can get from that. Juggernaut will go in, will leech that, will pull back the creep wave to himself, and that is going to be the end for that Darkseer's attempt. In the meantime, we'll go for TP back home. The TP to the tier 2, go into the jungle now as he was run down by that lifesteal, but just a couple of right clicks between friends, why not? Just a couple of right clicks between friends. In the meantime, the next assassin does get spotted and killed by EVOS as Rams, with the help of the Slada and Tuhoy on that disruptor, they find him and they get a kill on him. Nicely done. Let's see, now Avil is back to that old school farming mode. The farming mode we all know and hate. Well, I'm not sure if we hate it, but we all know, and that is what we always expect when we see that Venomancer being picked up. Just a jungle Venomancer, greedy Venomancer, and I mean, if you go offlane Venomancer and you just send him to the jungle, it's not a bad thing, because most heroes can't really lane against lifesteal anyway, so in most cases you either just sit in the lane and don't do anything, or you jungle anyways, so it's like whatever, right? You know, Venomancer might as well be any other offlane hero doing this. And he does jungle very, very quickly, so he will start ramping up those lasts quickly. That he was missing. He's behind the Doxy after all the Doxy in the meantime is being run at. He is trying to escape. He does have another search available. Will search himself through. The Slaughter's coming in from the side. Set up our crush. Hits the crush as well. That is pretty clutch. And that is going to be Yaj dropping down. Nice little pick off for the Slaughter. He may have messed up the first kill, but the second kill they get. Second attempt for a kill. And Venomancer is now level 5. Still has those Venom walls up and running. Just trying to pop them out as much as he can. He can go for Shrine Hill as well in a moment, but he's just trying to finish up these creeps as fast as he can first. Looks like the Slaughter's going to come in, maybe try and help him a little bit, leech a little bit of experience as well. Slaughter runs into the Verbic, tries to set up our crush, pick up the NK run in front of him. We'll follow him down. We'll try and continue running him down and get that follow-up kill potentially, but nope. Lifesteal's moving towards him, and he knows that, you know, it's time to back up. You got a little bit of damage off, now just move the hell out of there. In the meantime, I will go and will use the Shrine. They might try and go for a smoke gang. It looks like that's going to be the case, as they want to go for a 2-man smoke gang. The Venomancer will not really be part of this. He's just going to go back into his lane and do whatever. But in the meantime, he just trying to find the Alchemist in the jungle. Maybe they're going to be lucky enough to find him. When he's low HP, the Wind Ranger can go into the jungle in a moment as well. So it looks like that's going to be the case. They use the Dire Scan as well. The Wind Ranger is going to come in as well. They have the vision of him. They have the glimpse available. It's only level 1 glimpse, so they need to go closer, but they don't find the jump on him. And that looks like that's going to be the end. Happy feed. To avoid that gank, the Alchemist will move up to the top area and continue jungling. That does not want to be caught off guard. Alright, so net worth wise, Happy Feet is ahead, courtesy of having an Alchemist. And in terms of kills, EVOS is having the better hand. Evil in the bottom lane is dying down here, but looks like he'll be able to run down Jules. Jules does have a rage available and an infest as well in case of emergency. Will infest that catapult, does have it available. Can he go? It doesn't, well, he's not going out anytime soon, but you know what now? Sadly, infesting friendly creeps means that he doesn't get that heal from it, so he's still going to be very, very low HP. We'll have to use his healing style in a moment. And Evil, he's just spamming out those wards everywhere, just making sure that he can push the lane, get a little bit of farm for himself as well, and have fun. The Slaughter will pick up his level 4 in the meantime. Jules pops his rage, thinking that he was going to be got on instantly, and Evil will TP back to the base. Either way, look at the last hits now. I mean, considering Evil having an awful time in the beginning, just a couple of minutes of farming in the jungle, and he's already sitting on the same amount of lasts as the Darkseer. And this is a hero that's supposed to farm pretty quickly in the jungle, but Venomancer, he's the lord over them all. He's level 6 now as well, so he's not really feeling the pain of having a tough start. Let's take a look at the overall net worth. We can see the Alchemist is 1,000 gold ahead of the Wind Ranger, but not quite so far anymore, as the Rubik takes a little power shot to the face, and most thirsty spell in the world, 420 damage at level 7. That's a lot of nukes, so painful spell. Takes Assassin, spin in the face, HF.Yaj maybe drop down. He does have his back carapace, he does use it, but nope, not really going to be good enough. He ends up dropping down either way. Nice little pick off for the Juggernaut as well. They get 2 kills on the side of EVOS, as it's going to be 5-for-1 right now. Juggernaut will move back into the lane. He does have that clarity, healing him back up, making sure he has full mana. He's trying to cut it off through the trees. Cuts the wrong tree though. Gotta cut the right one. He's back into the lane. Yeah. Last hit, gets the other last hit, easy. Slaughter, maybe trying to stick around the lane a little bit and potentially leech his way to level 6. As the Venomancer, he's pretty content just farming in the jungle. That ancient camp is actually pretty sweet, as it gives him a lot of net worth, and you can see he's out leveling and out farming the Darkseid right now, so he's having a good time. He's level 8. He has the 3rd point in his Poison Sting, maybe a little bit too many levels in Poison Sting, as having a max Venomous scale is actually so valuable, but it seems like he's kind of fine just having Poison Sting right now. It obviously does help him farm jungle faster, but at some point you need to also try and worry about getting your Venomous scale skilled up, because that is an amazing spell. Level 1, it still gives you enough. I mean, it's still a good slow. You still get the full value of the slow, but you don't get the damage output. So we'll see. Also, he's rushing towards an Acronym set, a kind of a curious item purchase. Usually we see like a Midas being picked up or a Veil mechanism, something like that. But a Veil, he's just all about that Acronym set. He wants that ultimate to be as faithful as humanly possible. And I'll go for a glimpse back on Yaj. Looks like he might go for he goes for TP back home, and he will be able to live indeed. As just a quick reaction, he got glimpse with full HP and then spin what's it called, TP back out, then he will survive. The Armor Slash might have been a better option to kill him there, but even that would have been very close, so either way, it looks like he would have survived. Rams got a tower for mid lane. Looks like Ben is going to run down. He still has that ultimate up and running. He has an armor complete as well, so it's going to be very, very hard to kill that guy. Alchemist a little bit too tanky right now. Level 10 and having 6k net worth with that armlet and half as well, 1/3 his way towards the Radiance. So just banking up gold as much as he can. The next assassin's in the bottom lane, fighting up against this Venoman. So it's not that easy to stay in the lane, but at least he can get his level 6, and he's now level 6, which is good. Moving in, trying to find a wraparound. Maybe he'll go for a kill. This Venoman's actually, the Venoman's is on 500 HP. So with that Vendetta strike, it's almost enough. Goes for the Impale as well, but he doesn't really realize that he's actually not as squishy as you might think. Oh, the Venoman will push down a little wall, but it's not going to block good enough, as the lifesteal will just move in and he will bring him down either way. The Dark here in the top, in the meantime, they get taken down by 2 Voice Disruptor, so it's a 1-for-1 trade-off. Spin comes out, right? Just clear out those creep waves. They'll take the tier 1 tower now. DB comes back in from Ben. He's trying to defend this, but in the meantime, we have the slot in position. He's not quite level 6, so they don't have that much damage against this Alchemist, and he will try to deny the tower, but Logic is moving in. He goes for the switch, tries to go for the tower. He will get a tower, so it looks like he might be able to double himself. In the meantime, though, Static Storm comes out from the Disruptor, trying to buy time for the Juggernaut to get the hell out of there. They do not want to lose this guy in that position. Rams trying to run himself away, but the other stun coming out from the Alchemist. In the meantime, they're trying to set up for another Impale, and the blocks are good. The lift comes out, looks like the Wind Ranger is going to give them trouble. EVOS, they go for a crush with the Slaughter. They will be able to secure the escape for the Wind Ranger, but the Slaughter will have to give up his life, as this is 4 heroes from Happy Feet. They will not take no for an answer. They want that 1 kill. Sadly, it's not going to be any of the kills they wanted. They wanted the Jug, they wanted the Wind Ranger afterwards, but they will have to let go with just the Slaughter. Still a kill, but they would definitely have preferred to get one of the bigger ones. Juggernaut is now going to be in the mid lane, just trying to continue farming as the Jasha completed. And the sooner he's level 12, the better, just to have that level 2 ultimate running to Hoist in the top lane. He's level 6. He already tried to use the Static Storm, didn't really get any value out of it, but there. Curse of Haste is finally available on the Slaughter, halfway towards his Blink Dagger. The Venomancer, 2,000 more gold before that Akinens is going to be completed, and he's pressuring the bottom tower very, very efficiently. As Jules, I mean, you know, he can right click those Venom walls, but it's not as easy as you might think. It is definitely not an easy situation. It takes a long time down, and you can just keep using them on the Venomancer, and that is what he will do. He'll continue to push down those creep waves, and Jules, he can stay here, he can be in the lane. He does have his Midas complete, so he's going for a very greedy goal. In the meantime, he goes for to raise TP out, as he knows that people are coming in. The next assassin does spot out this Juggernaut being in the neighborhood, so he decides that it's not worth being down here, and that is going to be an escape path from that lifesteal. TP back to the base. He will survive. He will move himself up to the top lane and continue farming with that Midas. Very, very greedy itemization for the lifesteal, but I guess not that bad. Super greedy, but they're not aiming to win the early game anyway. They have an Alchemist, so they are aiming to win late game. So Midas is not necessarily a bad item. It just makes the early game a little bit harder to execute. Rubik gets spun down. Dominus is available as so he does not want to use wait until it's level 2, so it's reduced cooldown and does a little bit more work. Like to Blue Fine will pop down his healing ward. Looks like they'll continue pushing the bottom lane with this Venomancer. He's trying his very best to pressure the tower. They might be able to take the T2 tower if they want to, as right now Happy Feet, they're in no position to fight. They have a Helmut's Dominator completed on the Darkseer, so there's no mechanism, no healing, Midas on the lifesteal, no armlet yet, so they're not really willing to take this fight. The next assassin is around here with a haste room, with an inside bomb wheel, the drone is Slaughter. They try to leak it on the healing ward will try to keep him alive. The Slaughter still surviving from now, gets charged off to get a kill on the lifesteal. The Slaughter still alive. Never died. The next assassin comes into the side, tries to go on the Slaughter, find that kill, but he will not find it. He will die himself. With EVOS, they get 2 kills. and they don't lose anyone. All right, well, that was kind of messy. That was very messy. I'm pretty sure there was no way they would ever take that fight, because without a Darkseer mechanism available, taking fights early like this is not possible. The lifesteal doesn't have quite enough damage because his armlet is not completed yet. He had like 500 gold away from his armlet, so going for an infest bomb like that just seems like it's not really going to happen no matter what. And even if they get the kill on the slaughter, it's like, okay, you go out, you kill the slaughter, and then you still lose your 2 heroes, so it's still not worth it. You rather want to just give up the tower and then try and maybe make a push in the mid lane, try and farm a little bit, get your next set of items, and you know, any of those things would be a little bit better. But I guess it's easy to be a wise ass in the end. Assassin runs in, gets Glimpse back, but that's a little bit too far away from the Disruptor. Maybe a little bit too fast in using that Glimpse. You shouldn't instantly use it, as I mean, he's only been there for 1 second, so it's not like he's going to say just use the kinetic field, but mistakes do happen, and outside what available. They find the Disruptor and they find the kill on him. That's a nice little pick off for Happy Feet, just delaying the inevitable, delaying the pushes. Jules goes for another rage TP out, he's trying to get escaped. Slaughter goes in, gets 1 click on him. He doesn't have his bash just yet, so it doesn't really matter if we're lucky or not. Alright, let's see the items flowing out from EVOS. Traplet, just basic boots, nothing else. The Juggernaut does have HF.Yaj, almost as man is all complete, just needs this ancient camp and then potentially 1 more small camp. Done with it. The Wind Ranger is trying to go for a Shadow Blade on top of his Maelstrom, so he does do a lot of damage right now with that Maelstrom damage. And, well, the Shadow Blade is just a positioning tool, gives him a little bit more attack speed, but it's mostly just about going for those sneaky plays. Trying to set up for a quick kill on someone like the Alchemist. Venomancer does have that Acronym up very, very soon, which is going to be a huge upgrade in the power. Now, 16 minutes into the game, Acronym, so let's see the damage. The Scepter cooldown is... Oh, the Scepter cooldown is nice as well. Only 2 minutes cooldown instead of having a 300... Instead of having a, what's it called? Well, the cooldown is the same. It's only the maxed Acronym's ultimate that reduces the cooldown, so never mind me. But the damage is going to be nice. Damage is insane. 85 damage per tick instead of 55. That's quite a good buff. The Juggernaut as well, taken down in the top lane from Happy Feet. Another gangster successfully being made. They're trying to go for that mechanism next on the Darkseer slowly and surely. He's a little bit behind in terms of farm. 1,000 gold behind of the Venomancer, but he's trying to make up for it. Rubik is trying to rush towards his Blink Deck, and in the meantime, the Alchemist does have his Radiant Travel Boots up and running now, moving towards the Yasha next. As he's getting there, Ben, super farm, 12,000 net worth right now, 4,000 gold ahead of the Juggernaut. So if he continues this away, he is going to be able to get to that position where he can carry his team. So despite the early game not being that fun for them, it's all about the Alchemist, right? You know, it doesn't matter if you're losing the early fights, doesn't matter if it's troublesome to fight. It's all about giving space. You just need to continue fighting, continue delaying the pushes, and give space for the Alchemist. As long as the Alchemist is hitting creeps, you're still pretty happy with whatever happens. The Nyx Assassin trying to move towards him, might as well. He's trying to follow down this little Venomancer down. They do know that he has the acronym set now. They spotted it out. Let's see what else happens. The Alchemist gets glimpsed back and gets caught. Oh, he actually did not get caught mechanically. He walked back into it, but didn't really care too much. I mean, the damage is obviously happening as the Alchemist is a little bit too tanky for that now. The Poison Nova comes out from the Venomancer. They're trying to commit for this fight. Can they get the fight won, though? That's the question. 2 seconds to go, then the Glimpse is going to be available. Ben, he's just healing out that Poison Nova damage. They find the lifesteal in the back lines next to Roshan. So they do get 1 kill, but is that really going to be... Oh, apologies, guys. That came out of nowhere. That came out of nowhere. Alright, they get 1 kill. Smoke comes out from Happy Feet. They try to initiate. They go for the stone, static stone with that Rubik. They set out. The Disruptor gets taken down. The Ranger will drop as well. Looks like it's going to be over in front. Gets hit by a Dead Strike. The Impale's going to be in cooldown right now. So it looks like the Nyx Assassin will not be able to get that kill on the Nyx Assassin on the on the Venomancer. Oh, he will. He will. They will. That was a... I'm not sure how the hell the Darkseer wins that, gets that, but I guess, oh, actually, never mind. It was a Venomancer illusion. I was like, how the hell does he get that kill? Because that was a poison sting I saw, but obviously, if an illusion hit the Venomancer, that's why he was applied with a poison sting. So, in the end, pretty good for Happy Feet. They lose the Aegis, which is, that's pretty much just what happened. They don't have an early game fighting lineup, so they will have to make do with losing Aegises once in a while. And winning a fight afterwards, you know, they kill the Venomancer, they kill with the Wind Ranger, they disrupt them, they only lose two heroes forward process. So it's good enough. Mid lane, looks like the Lifesteal will be taken down again as he's a little bit too far out, gets hit by a shackle, and he will be killed. Lifesteal down for the count. That Alchemist, man, I mean, he got hit by the Poison Nova, got hit by everything, but it still didn't really feel like he took any damage. I guess it will be a little bit more painful if he's actually ever hit by an Omni Slash on top of that, or the Wind Ranger uses his Focus Fire, because that's a lot of magical damage. That together with the Poison Nova should be enough to kill this guy. But we have only really seen a couple of spells being used on him. They have never really committed on him with the Jug or the Wind Ranger, and they need to do that. Let's see. If we have a glimpse available, they glimpse him back. Does he mantle dodge it? No, he does not. He tries to go for a stun in the meantime. Will be controlled for now. He can get the stun up. Oh no, he gets self-stun. He loses vision at the last second. Looks like Alchemist is going to be a little bit in trouble. Focus Fire on cooldown for now, but they should still be able to get this kill. And indeed they do. Ben drops on Alchemist dead. In the meantime, the Juggernaut loses his Aegis in the mid lane. They get that Aegis pop on him, but is it going to be good enough? And Bill pops his Poison Nova. Will try and survive in the meantime. Again, Jules looks like Bill will drop down on that Venomancer, but Jules is going to burn down very, very quickly to that Poison Nova. Does he end up dropping down? He goes for the Infest. He's just going to sit in the creep and just, you know, hang out a little bit. The creep will be taken down. He's still going to pop down a little bit. It has to be done cooldown. Poison. Oh, the snipe Wind Ranger power shot in the face. In the meantime, the Trouble trying to just run through that wall. Needs to be a little bit careful. That's a kind of painful thing to go. Either way, Alchemist Lifesteal for a Venomancer and an Aegis. That's a good trade-off for EVOS, but they need to turn these trade-offs into actual pushes. They need to continue pressuring, they need to continue getting towers, because the later the game goes on, the more Happy Feet is going to be in position to win this, because the Alchemist is still scaling nicely. He has his Manta Stall completed very, very soon, so it's going to get harder and harder to kill this guy. The Lifesteal, of course, as well, he went for Midas, so he kind of went for this, okay, I'm just going to scale into late game kind of build. The Darkseer has his mechanism completed, and he's going for Midas himself, so it looks like Happy Feet, they're just going for ultimate greed. The Nyx Assassin, I'm not sure if he actually finished his Midas ever, but he wanted to go for Midas at least. He's now kind of looking at a Blink build, but I'm sure you should finish your Midas when you have Gloves of Haste and 1k gold on top of that anyways. Not really a point to go for Blink on top right now. The Darkseer moving from Midas, that's like, okay, that's maybe a little bit too much. I mean, I know that they're going for late game, but I mean, that's a limit to how greedy you can get. Or at least I think so. Maybe they just think that the more they have, the better the chances are that they can win late game. Blink is up on the Rubik's. They do have one person who can initiate for them in the fight. See, in the meantime, out of EVOS, the Trouble doesn't have anything. The Juggernaut doesn't have a strategic play completed. Now the Wind Ranger with an Aghanim's on top of that Maelstrom. So they decided to not go for the Shadow Blade in the end, and Aghanim's is always good. Having that super low cooldown on Focus Fire is amazing, and a little bit better damage. Blink on top of that would be great. At some point, Blink is up on the Venomancer as well, so you can go for some aggressive plays with that Poison Devil. We'll see. The Slala, Blink and a Midas as well. So EVOS, they do have one Midas themselves, but definitely they will not be able to match up against the farming fleet of Happy Feet. Still keeping themselves ahead by 4,000 gold. Let's see top lane. The Juggernaut gets jumped on. He doesn't have enough mana to go for a spin just yet. He does have a stick charge available if he needs to, but that mana burn is super, super annoying. Just burning him down his mana, making sure he cannot use his spells. The healing ward will keep him alive. In the meantime, Ben is trying to run him down. He will just be sufficient on farming. He will take down those Venom wards perhaps. Farm the Venom wards, they give gold, lots of gold, 100 gold for 2 wards, 150 gold, let's go. It's actually a pretty good counter as well to Venomancer if you think about it, because every single time the Alchemist kills one of the Venomancer's wards, he gets obviously the base like 14 gold plus the 36 gold from Greedable's Greed if he has the combo maxed out. So that's a 350 gold whenever you kill a Venom Warden. Usually that's like 1, 3 to 5 in a fight, so that's a lot of gold. Mid lane, Life with a little bit in trouble, tries to survive, goes in, tries to fight up again. Against the slot, looks like he will be able to get a kill on the slot. That's going to be one dead on the side of EVOS. In the meantime, the Wind Ranger is going to be a little bit of trouble. Rubik blinks forward, goes for a Slaughter Crush on that Wind Ranger. They get the kill on him as well. They will go for the tier 1 tower in the mid lane. Looks like that's going to be a trade-off. In the meantime, tier 2 tower and top lane gets taken down as EVOS. They're trying to go for a trade. They're trying to push, but Nick Assassin will be in position. Will stop him from pushing. He will be glimpsed right back to the mid lane. He will have to walk back, but I'm not sure they can even push this high ground anyways. Looks like Rubik is going to be a little bit in trouble. He's still alive for now, but he will finally be taken down as Tuhai will get that kill. Yeah, just running him down in the meantime, though, just follows him. Knows that he has to save that vacuum a little bit. But, oh, gets surged back. Glimpsed back. Looks like he's still going to try and run him down. The Disruptor is going to be controlled. Surge comes out on the next assassin. He's going to be sent on his way. Let's see if he can find Tuhai. He's trying to run him down. Pathing is maybe a little bit not hard, but he will find it. We'll go for that mana burn on him as well. The Spike Carapace comes out. The Impale comes out. That is a dead Disruptor. That is a very dead Disruptor. Alright, Happy Feet to have a 6,000 net worth it right now. Still doing nicely. They fought back. They got a kill on the Wind Ranger, the Slaughter, and the Disruptor, and they only lost one person themselves. That's nice. That's nice. They got a tower in the mid lane. They actually got 2 towers. They got the T2 tower as well. So all in all, they're scaling nice, and the Alchemist is getting way out of hand. He's 7,000 gold out of the Juggernaut right now. The next assassin in top end should be an easy pick off here. They had to reach up and they crush him again, and indeed he will be killed. The Darkseer tries to go in and mech him up, but is not going to be in time to actually help him. He does have a blink on the Darkseer now. Alchemist, almost a Octarine core on top of that Mantis style, so it is going to be that like 30-minute timing where he should have his Octarine plus Shiva Scar potentially, and then look to try and just push back EVOS. In the meantime, the Darkseer more and more defensive items. The Lifesteal in the shrine area gets taken down, pops the shrine, but it's not going to be good enough to keep him alive. He does have his Desolator completed finally. Moving towards an Assault Crest for the team, as he's not going to allow the Alchemist to get that for him. He will just go for it himself. And yeah, I mean, despite dying a lot in this lifesteal, despite not really getting that many kills, he's still keeping himself in the game. He's only 1,000 gold behind of the Wind Ranger, so it's not that bad. That Midas is definitely paying off. The Rubik, top of that blink, he wants to go for Lotus Orb, the next assassin. Still not going for that Midas. He just has those Gloves of Haste available, and he's going for that blink instead. The Darkseer also decided to not go for Midas, so good thing that they decided that having like a triple Midas would make it be a little bit too much when you already have an Alchemist. Let's see, EVOS. Slaughter gets taken out, trying to die for a kill here on 10. Not actually going to be happening. The tower will be denied as well, and that is going to be EVOS sent on their way back to the base. The blink is up on the Wind Ranger in the meantime. The Juggernaut next item is up as well. Blink is complete. He's going for Butterfly on top of that. He wants to get as much damage as he possibly can. Obviously, a Skull Basher would give him more control, but Butterfly is definitely the damage as you want to go for. Venomancer, Veil is completed now, so you decide to fall back onto an item that can amplify the damage a little bit more. But I feel like, is that really worth it? Because, like I said, the Alchemist, whenever he has his ultimate up, he can pretty much tank through the magic damage that EVOS has. And they're also going for a pipe on the Darkseer just to be a little bit more safe against that Venomancer. It doesn't feel like this is like the classic Veno game where the damage output of this hero is super insane. He does do a lot of damage, but I haven't really seen it be that. It doesn't really seem like it matters that much. Rubik, dropping down here in the top area. The Slaughter will be the trade-off in the meantime. Tries to keep the Juggernaut alive. Looks like, oh, a 2-man shackle. That is a big one. Rams goes in, shows up big as the Rubik, the Lifestealer, and the Darkseer will all be taken down. They try to go for a vacuum onto the high ground in the meantime, but there's not really any spots to stand on there. There's like a little one-man spot you can stand here, but that's pretty much it. That is 3 people down inside of Happy Feet. Now they go for Roshan on top of that, as the Juggernaut will tank that, and, well, Rams, a good shackle can always get some good kills. I guess just overall, Happy Feet, they have a very good lineup against Venomancer. All things considered, I mean, they have Null Field, which is 22% magic resistance when it's maxed. They have the Rage, of course, from the Lifesteal will block the magic damage. They have the Alchemist who can heal through it. They can Spike Carapace some of the damage. The Darkseid can heal with the mechanism. They have a pipe soon on the Darkseid as well. Well, he's going for 3 first. He will have a pipe eventually. Shackle comes out from the Wind Ranger. We'll get a Shackle through that ancient creep. In the meantime, the Alchemist gets run down the next side, trying to go for the kill on the Wind Ranger. The Omnicide comes out. Ben is going to try and get himself out. He will go for the TP back home and he will survive. That Poison Nova is ticking him down pretty low. And you can see his ultimate is pretty much just barely tanking through that Poison Nova. So it's a scary spell. He will survive. Very scary spell. Not just passing by the lifesteal, saying hi, not really trying to go for any aggressive play. Doesn't have his Omnislash available anyway, so not going in. That's maybe a little bit too aggressive though, as that is going to be the Aegis pop instantly. The ball moves themselves away. In the meantime, the Alchemist gets hit by a in the face. Looks like they may go to the shot, but they both trying to make on him. They do have the points they want to win for the next 5 seconds. Ben is going to drop down low. Rams will finally get that kill. Alchemist drops off Static Storm. Out on the life in the meantime. Do have a glimpse available in 8 seconds. Rage comes out from Fuel. He's trying to keep himself alive. He will be run down. They try very desperately to get that kill. Comes out onto the Doctor, trying to keep the life alive. Looks like the Doctor was dropped down. Jules is going to be in trouble, so will be glimpsed back into the lane and triple kill from the Jock as he's just shouting every kill he gets. Triple kill. Ooh. Logic will go in, show up big. That butterfly damage definitely paying off, and he's going to be well on his way towards that bash on top of that, as he's doing so much damage in these fights. And we take a look at it quickly. That Wind Ranger did the most damage, obviously just hitting that Alchemist for about 30 seconds straight with his focus fight does do a lot of damage, but that's also the one kill they need. Like, the Alchemist is the only one who's an issue for them to deal with right now. As long as they can kill the Alchemist first, then everything is fine. That was without Omnislash and without Poison Nova, so they do definitely have the damage output to deal with him, even though he is kind of annoying right now. He does have a Shiva Scout up in a moment as well, only needs about 700 more gold, and in the meantime, the Tier 3 tower is going to be pushed by this Venomancer, by the Wind Ranger using his focus fire. There's no fortification that's available on the side of Happy Feet right now. They will lose the tower, they might even lose the Merax. 5 seconds to go before the life steals back up. Ben will move in, which side is very best to defend this, so they will lose the rack for sure. Maybe only the Merax, maybe they will get the trade off kills in the meantime. The Logic, that's the man starts himself through this. Omnislash comes out, he's trying to keep himself alive. He will have to go for the blink away instantly, but no, he does not get the blink away in time. He will drop the Nixus doesn't dies as a turnaround kill, but not sure that's worth it. Sadly, did not quite get the blink off. It's a little bit, you know, you have to just spam click the blink and then hopefully you get it off, but looks like that's not going to be the case. In the meantime, to find the bottom and go for TP out will be spotted and killed by Ben, not allowing that TP out to happen. Alright, so 2 for 1 in that push, but they still got the tier 3 tower, they got the racks as well, so it's a work in progress for EVOS, but it's definitely happening. They won a good team fight before that, and now they're suddenly going to be the ones roughly having a 2000 net worth lead. Slaughter having a BKB completed now. That's a nice upgrade. The Venomancer is moving towards looks like a Dragonlance / Hurricane Pike kind of deal. And I'm not sure what on top of that is. Well, I guess he has his arcade boost, so he might as well upgrade them to Guardian Greaves. I guess there's not really any point not to, but I kind of prefer the like half right click damage, half spellcaster Venomancer, where you go for like Veil, Axe, Blink, and then you go for a Pike with Mjolnir perhaps, and a Dragonlance. Yeah, well, Pike with Mjolnir. I like that a lot more, but Greaves is not bad necessarily. Disruptor, trying to just bank up gold for that Academ Scepter. He's halfway towards it. He only needs 1300 more gold, so it might actually happen this game, and that is a very big item. Also one of the best Academ's upgrades in the game. They go for smoke with the 3 years inside of EVOS. They're looking for someone on the top lane. They will find a jump on the Alchemist, trying to keep himself out. He will be hit, he will be shackled, and this guy's all on his own. There's no way you survive, as Illogic will be the bringer of death and bring him down. Alright, the Slaughter's trying to move towards the Solar Crest next. The Wind Ranger does have his own BKB completed as well. Just trying to go for damage Nexus. You just need to make sure you can always kill the Alchemist, so Daedalus, Bloodthorn, whatever you want to go for, all of these items is great. The Bloodthorn is probably the best damage item, but the thing is, The Alchemist can Manta dodge it, obviously, so you don't really want to get an item that can only give you like half the amount of damage in some cases, and then in other cases it can give you the full amount of damage. So Daedalus is like an item that can always give you a good amount of crit and damage and whatnot. That's why I want to go for it. Not a bad item. And you can go for like a Bloodthorn on top of it if you want to. It looks like he's going to complete his Mjolnir first. Not sure if that's worth it. The Mjolnir upgrade is not that insane for him. Whatever. Second Vacuum Ball comes out. Poison level from the Venom comes out. Static Storm is going to be used. Static Storm again. Disrupt those defensive statics. Almost like, what the hell, is the Static Storm always stolen? But no. In the meantime, that Poison level is going to speed Happy Feet at bay. That healing ward is keeping Rubik alive, so he does not have to use any of his strength. But look at that damage. He's being burned down either way. EVOS, they go in. They don't really get anything done. Bring down the tower to about half HP, but that's the only trade-off they can get. Meantime, Illogical moving Soul back. Does have his blink available in a second? Oh, Ace Assassin trying to go for in front and Impale before he gets the blink away, but not quite in time. Like a logic, he's going to go for a BKB purchase as well. Doesn't want to go for his fashion just yet. They just want to have as many BKBs as they possibly can. Make sure they can go high ground. They can hit the towers without having to deal with the Nyx Assassins, magical damage, the Alchemist, Radiance, the Shivas, the Darkseers, Vacuum Wall. All of these annoying things is making it more and more painful to do. Right? 2,000 net worth in out of EVOS. Quite a lot when you're against Alchemist. Like, Alchemist is like a hero that should add a natural like 3,000 or 4,000 net worth to your side. At this point, maybe even more. So it's a decent net worth even inside of EVOS. And keep in mind, Alchemist is all of the net worth on Happy Feet. The lifesteal is kind of getting to the point where he doesn't do much. I mean, he just completed his Soul Caress, which is a nice upgrade, but apart from that, he doesn't really do much in the fights. He barely hits anyone. He still doesn't have an MKB, so obviously the Juggernaut is going to be hard to deal with. He cannot hit the Wind Ranger because of the Wind Run, so he's pretty much just a walking aura at the moment. And maybe he can kill like someone like the Venomance, so that seems like the target he's trying to go for every fight, like the Venomance and the Slaughter, but you kind of want your safe laner to do a little bit more than that. The Alchemist, of course, he's the big boy with all of the gold in the world, but the limit to how much this guy can do. He's been sitting on that Shiva Scar for a couple of minutes now, and it doesn't really feel like he's doing much with him. Academ's upgrades can obviously start to come out, but it's not the most amazing axe upgrades this game. I mean, sure, Nyx Assassin, Rubik, Darkseer, all of these axe upgrades have a lot of value, but it's not like a Disruptor axe upgrade. It's not like a Venu axe upgrade. It's not something that can determine the game instantly. Static goes into an impact comes out, they're going in, the Static comes out, that's going to be on 4 people. The Rubik trying to get himself out of that. Will see the rotation to start up, but it's not going to do anything to start up. Will drop it, will drop it from the Venom and the highest how did he get the big kill? And now Logic goes in, pops his BKB, but somehow they manage to take this fight. Ben goes in with that Shiva Scar, gets so much damage out, and that lifesteal with Ben as well. They somehow turn around the fight, even though the initiation was amazing from EVOS. They got a 3-man vacuum, what's it called, 3-man Static Storm off, but it just didn't happen. I guess I was wrong. The lifesteal can indeed do some damage. 3,000 damage from him, and 3,000 from the Alchemist popping that Shiva Scar, but that just seemed weird. Felt like they dropped like twice. I guess the Wind Ranger wasn't really in the fight, so a lot of the damage was missing, and yeah, I guess, I mean, Disruptor, Slaughter, all of these heroes, they're very easy to kill for the lifesteal if you can just continue hitting them. Seemed like that was indeed going to be the case that time. The Venomans are also a fairly easy hero to kill. They were stuck in that little area, and they tried to just fight it out, but that clearly did not happen. Oh boy. What a fight to lose. That's kind of sad. The Wind Ranger is trying to move towards an MKB next, so he upgraded the Mjolnir, and then he decided to just go for something that can make sure, you know, the mini bashes is nice and all that, but it's just a damage item in the end. I'm sure Bloodthorn might still be better. The advantage of the MKB is that it's cheaper, so I guess that's why. You can also go for, I guess you can go for an MKB and then eventually you can replace the BKB, like in the middle of the fight you can replace the BKB for Bloodthorn or something like that. We'll see. Or perhaps even replace the Mjolnir, as the value of the Mjolnir kind of drops down as the game goes on. In the meantime, Lada, gets it up in the pit, they're trying to run him down, they go in, they go for the stomach, he goes for the BKB, will be alive for the moment. In the meantime, Shackle comes out, not able to hit on the Rubik, he will be able to get himself out of there. And that's going to be the end of that little skirmish as the Roshan pit. That both teams is trying to just scout out when the Aegis is going to be available, when Roshan is going to be back up, but no one is killing anyone. No one is killing anyone. Blink Falstaff is available on the Rubik, he will have an Acronyms now on him as Ben decides to give the first axe away. What's the first one? The axe on Rubik, probably the best Acronyms in the game, as well as there's a lot of big steals you can go for, like the, well, I mean, the focus fire is kind of mad, but you can steal the poison over with axe, you can steal the static storm with axe, which is amazing. You can repeatedly in the middle of the fight like steal power shots, steal plague walls, steal the venomous scale, steal the spin, steal the omnislice. Like there's a million things you can try and go for with the Rubik, and hopefully do a lot of damage in the middle of the fight. Let's see in the meantime, BKB gets popped by the Spinning Range of the static storm from Kadas and axe static from, they're not able to use anything. The shackle is insane as the Lifesteal and the Nyx will both drop down. It is back onto Yaj on that disruption. They're trying to run him down. They will use the future on him from that Juggernaut. They will kill him as well. Double kill from Rams. As that Shackle was beautiful with that Static Storm as well. That was the first show of that Axe Static Storm from the Disrupt, and he just annihilated the Lifesteal as well as that Nyx Assassin. None of them able to do anything. Buybacks come out from Happy Feet, both the Lifesteal as well as the Doctor uses that buyback and leaves him in the bottom lane. They find the Alchemist with the rest of EVOS, so they bait out buybacks, and they also get the big kill on the Alchemist in the meantime. Very nice pick off there. He thought he was safe. He thought he could split push a little bit, but he was wrong. He gets jumped on and killed. Not able to get his BKB off in time in that little situation. And as he now, he might have to use his buyback as well. As a fight without the Alchemist, it seems like no fight at all for the side of Happy Feet. So let's see the push is going to commence. Happy Feet, they love to the high ground. Let's see how that Juggernaut BKB available. 9 second BKB. They try to jump in. They try to fortify. Alchemist goes for the buyback. Will run them down. Shiva Sky comes out. They're live in the meter on the back and try to focus down the Venomancer. He goes for his poison. Will falls off himself away. They're going to be alive. The Wind Ranger will be the first one dropping down. Didn't quite get his BKB off in time there. A lot of questions on the Alchemist. They're trying to just push them back. They got the buyback they wanted. 3 buybacks used inside of Happy Feet on every single core hero on that side. They're not trying to run him down for this route up, but nope. That will be glimpsed back, and I guess that's going to be the end of the chase. Maybe they're looking for turnaround. Do have the Armor Slash available? Maybe. Or not. You know, just chill, fall back, pick up another item or two, wait for the Wind Ranger to be back alive. I guess that's going to be the case. Lada will move himself in towards the mid lane, maybe try and go for the Nyx Assassin, but they don't want to go for a fight. They're not comfortable taking. In the meantime, we do have another Infest Bomb coming out from the Nyx Assassin with the Lifesteal. They're moving towards the pit. Roshan is going to be available. They get spotted out by those poison that was from a bill, so he's able to go in for Jumpy. He has the poison available in 5 seconds. They want the defenders. Lada comes in from the backline, sees the dark side, buyback from the Raymond in the meantime. The Alchemist tries to go for a stun. Will go for BKB. Will get the stun off on the Lada in time, using the BKB just in case he gets a little stun on him. The Lada will be taken down in the meantime here. The BKB available. Didn't get it off in time though, and I guess it wouldn't really have made a difference. 70 seconds on the sidelines on this Lada, but they do secure themselves with the Roshan does not go into the enemy hands. They might have to try and they might go try and contest this on the side of Happy Feet, as this seems like as good a time as any to try and stop this from happening. Rams uses buyback as well on the Rain Ranger to stop this. Let's see, do they want to try and take this fight? Looks like they're going to keep us back. They do have the vacuum wall available. The Venomancer will continue to shoot out those plague walls in the pit, and same thing for the Rubik. He will also just continue to shoot out those walls and make sure that both teams have vision of this area, and they will just wait for the Slaughter to respawn, and then they can go for another attempt at that Roshan. Alright, Poison Over comes out from the Venomancer. He gets a good hit off. The Venomancer will be jumped underneath, and the Roshan is going to drop down very low. They need to jump in and they will go for a Shackle. Doesn't actually latch onto the life, although the Aegis will be picked up by Jules. In the meantime, the Venomancer will be run down. The brother's already dead. The Venomancer will drop buyback on the Nyx Assassin. They're trying to run down the Juggernaut as well. Ben get this kill desperately. The armor has already been used. Trying to focus on Jules. But is this fight going to be worth it? The Aegis available. Logic, this is not going to be good. You will be killed here and you will be burned. Logic dead for 100 seconds. Gem on the ground as well. As that is a very good fight for the side of Happy Feet. They managed to take the fight. The Disruptor didn't get a good static storm off as he got initiated upon. And Jesus. What a fight. Alright, so 3 people down inside of EVOS. They have a buyback available on the Juggernaut. No buyback available on the Venomancer though. It looked like Happy Feet, they wanted to try and force this. They did use the buyback in the next assassin, so they only have the Rubik's buyback up and running for this next upcoming push. But they have Aegis on the life, so they should feel pretty safe going for this push. They want to at least force a buyback on the Jug if anything. Like they'll go in, they'll force down that tier 3 tower. Jules will wait for his next raid to be available. He'll chill a little bit, but then he'll just go up on the high ground. He has his BKB up and running anyways if he needs to use it. The power shots will be shot out every couple of seconds by Ram. Let's see, Alchemist, Jack will up, times almost level 25, whereas power shots will be still around 50. The next big thing, 2-second cooldown will be great. Static Bomb comes out, looks like that's going to be a big one on the life field. They will control buyback from the Juggernaut will come out. The life field will be killed first. The Aegis will be popped. Do they look to try and defend him? Ben already used his BKB. I don't think they can help him here. I see Jules trying to get himself out. They go for him, makes his ass jump. He's gonna jump with the Juggernaut. He may be killed here. Looks like the Juggernaut will drop down. That's a Juggernaut dead for 2 minutes. And the Venomancer comes back in. Voice level comes out. Rams is going to be burned down the sideline. Ben continues fighting. Jules gets out of that. He does have his cheese available. Will eat the cheese. So he still survives. Ben keeps on fighting. The Sada goes in, tries to get a crush off. Will be taken down as well. Looks like EVOS have lost 2. This might be the game. As Happy Feet, they're fighting 5 versus 3. 3 dead. Gold, Sada, and Juggernaut both dead for the next 80 seconds. That's a long time to wait. Rams need to get a dreaming shackle shot off if they want the folks to take this fight. Like Carapace comes out from Desi Bash, is trying to be a little bit annoying. TFB Tower can take it down in the meantime. Shackle comes out from the Rubik. On the Disruptor. In the meantime, Ben goes in. Zones them out a little bit, will be searched up back towards the mission. He needs to continue pushing. They're going for the end. They want to go for the throat as the Rax has been taken down. And bottom lane, I mean, there's still 2 towers up here, so there's no point trying to push that. They want to try and force as much down as they possibly can. Ben does have his ultimate up in a couple of seconds. Joe's still alive for the moment. Will back himself up, will try to heal up a little bit. He can keep himself a little bit safe in the meantime. Rams goes into the side and tries to focus down the Darkseid. Will almost be able to kill him, but not quite enough. Jules will try and burn him down in the meantime. The Shuttle will be taken on first. When Ranger gets controlled, he will die as well. That is 2 dead inside of EVOS. Still no buybacks available on anyone. Venoman's a 1-man army. He will have to fight this. 20 seconds to go before the Towers back up. 25 for the Juggernaut, but the tier 4 towers will fall. That is 1, that is 2. The throne will be worked. That Avil needs to go in and suicide, but the GG will be called. As that is the end. There's nothing that the Venomancer can do. No ultimate, no nothing. They will lose this game. Happy Feet. They lost the first game, but they fought their way back into the 2-1 victory against EVOS. They will move to the Grand Finals versus Geek Fam in Predator Cup Season 6. Let's see if they're going to be able to take that one, as that should be an interesting series. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm been Mac King Sodacasting this game. You're welcome to follow me at my Twitter. You can see that on the screen. But either way, guys, peace out. I hope you enjoyed.